Hello students, today we are going to start up to our chapter 6, that is heat transfer. Students, what is heat? Heat is a form of energy due to the random motion of the particles. If the particles are in motion, then the heat is produced. Students, heat always flows from the higher temperature to the lower temperature. The molecules having the kinetic energy due to its motion and having kinetic energy due to the force of attraction, and sum of potential energy plus kinetic energy is equals to total internal energy. Total internal energy. Temperature increases when there is a rise in average kinetic energy of molecules, and temperature decreases when there is a fall in average kinetic energy. That means if the kinetic energy increases, then the temperature automatically increases. If the kinetic energy decreases, temperature decreases. Students, when a substance is heated, the motion of its molecules become fast, so their kinetic energy increases. How kinetic energy produced? Students, in molecules always have energy. When we provide the heat to solid, liquid or gas, then the molecules moves in a faster condition and kinetic energy produced. When a substance is cooled, the motion of its molecules becomes slow, and so their kinetic energy decreases. Students, on which the main factors of heat depend? Main factors of heat. First one is change in temperature. First is change in temperature. On heating, temperature of a substance rises, and on cooling, temperature of substance falls. Students, when we provide heat to a substance, then the molecules move fast and the kinetic energy produces. The change in temperature of a substance depends upon the following factor. First one is the amount of heat. Amount of heat. And the second thing is nature of the material. Nature of the material. Students, amount of heat. When we provide heat to a substance, then the temperature rises. When we given out heat from the substance, then the body falls, temperature falls. The nature of the material. Student, different types of material behave differently on the same amount of heat. If two different metals are there and we provide the heat same, they behave differently. Second is change in state. Second is change in state. The process of changing from one phase to another at a constant temperature is called the change of state. When change is the process changing from one phase to another. For example, students, when a solid changes into liquid, it is called melting. And when liquid changes into solid, it is called freezing. When gas converts into liquid, it is condensation. And when liquid converts into gas, vaporization. Next, student, gas converted into solid is the solidification, and the solid converted into gas is called the sublimation. Camphor is the example of the sublimation, because camphor directly from solid converting to the gas. Third one is change in size. Change in size. If the substance is heated, it expands, but when it is cooled, it contracts on heating. This is called the thermal expansion. Student, next topic is boiling and evaporation. What is the difference between the boiling and evaporation? Students, in the chart, two diagrams are there. This is for the evaporation and this is for the boiling. Student, vapor pressure is less than atmospheric pressure in vaporization, and bubbles cannot form in evaporation. Vapor pressure is equals to atmospheric pressure in the boiling, and bubbles can be formed and rise in the boiling. Student, next, boiling occurs at the surface of the liquid, but the vaporization occurs at the whole surface. Boiling is a rapid process and noisy process, but vaporization is a silent and slow process. Students, when a drop of alcohol placed on your palm, it disappears after some times. How? Because drop of alcohol is in a liquid state. When the liquid converts into gas, it requires some heat. When drop of alcohol placed on the palm, then it uses the heat of our body and convert into gas, and in that place we feel cool. The boiling point of a liquid depends on the surrounding atmospheric pressure. Student, boiling always depends upon the atmospheric pressure. Boiling point of a liquid increases with increasing temperature and decreases with decreasing temperature. At mountain, student, atmospheric pressure is very low. So the water boils at the temperature below than normal boiling point, that is below than 100 degree Celsius. Next, factor affecting evaporation. Next is factors affecting evaporation. First one is temperature. Students, the rate of evaporation increases with increasing temperature and decreases with decreasing temperature. Because if we provide the more temperature, then the molecules move faster and kinetic energy more produces. Thus, rate of evaporation increases with increasing temperature. Let us understand with the help of an example. Student, take two vessels and put the same level of water in both the vessels. One should be kept under the sun and other should be kept under the shade. Students, in the first diagram, sun rays are directly come over here, and in the second sun there is shade. There sun is present here, that means here temperature is more, and in the second diagram temperature is less. That means from which vessel water evaporates easily? Of course, from the first vessel water evaporates easily because here its temperature more. So if the temperature is increased, then the evaporation is increased. Next is surface area exposed to air. The rate of evaporation also increases with the increase in the surface area and decrease with the decrease in the surface area. Surface area exposed to the air. Let us understand with the help of an example. Students, put 5 liter waters in bucket and in tub. Which one evaporates easily? Of course tub, because tub having the large surface area as compared to the bucket. Next, student, why is cooling produced during evaporation? In the process of evaporation, a liquid changes slowly to vapors. For this purpose, some heat is needed for the surrounding. Third one is movement of air. If air moves, then rate of evaporation increases, otherwise decreases. The third one is movement of air. When air is blown above the surface of the liquid, the rate of evaporation increases. Let us understand with the help of an example. Students, take two sets of wet clothes. First set, hang it on the inside the room, and second set under the working fan. Which set dry easily? Of course, the set which is under the fan, because movement of air, evaporation becomes faster. Next is humidity. The amount of water vapors present in the air is called humidity. Evaporation slowly if air is humid. So it is difficult to dry our clothes in the rainy season as compared to the dry day. Student, next, there are 6 differences between the evaporation and the boiling. First one is it takes place at all temperatures. Evaporation and the boiling, it takes place at a fixed temperature. Next, it occurs only at the surface of the liquid. Evaporation occurs only at the surface of the liquid, but boiling takes place throughout the mass of the liquid. This arrow shows that throughout the surface. Next, in this case, heat is absorbed by the molecules at the surface of liquid from its surrounding, so as to change to the vapors. Students, evaporation is a slow process and silent process, but it is a faster process and noisy process. Next is thermal expansion. Student, thermal expansion is the increase in size of a substance on heating. If the size is increased on heating, this is called the thermal expansion. Students, thermal expansion is divided into three types. First one is linear expansion, area expansion, and volume expansion. Linear expansion, change in length of the object on heating. If the length of the object is changed, this is called the linear expansion. Next one is area expansion. If the area is changed on heating, this is called the area expansion. Area expansion is also called the superficial expansion. Third one is the volume expansion. If the volume of the object is changed on heating, this is called the volume expansion. And this is also called cubical expansion. Students, let us discuss first one, that is the linear expansion. First one is linear expansion. The increase in length of a solid on heating is called the expansion. It depends upon the three things. First one is the material of a solid. First one is material of the solid. Student, if there is material is changed, increase in length is also changed. Increase in length of a rod depends upon the material of the rod. If we heat two rods of same length but of different material, one is of copper and the second one is iron, which expands more? Copper expands more than the iron. Second is increase in temperature. Increase in temperature. Students, if we provide more heat to the substance, then it can expand more. For example, if we provide heat to both copper and iron rod, then which will expand more? Again copper, because increase in temperature. More rising temperature of a solid, more is the linear expansion. If we heat two rods of the same metal and same length and shape to the different temperatures. Next is original length of the solid. On third factor in which linear expansion depends, that is the original length of the factor. Original length of the substance. Students, if the length of the substance is less, then it can expand less. But if the length of the rod is more, then it expands more. Second thing is, student, let us take one rod of length L0 at 0 degrees Celsius. In this rod, no temperature is given. And after expanding, let L1 be the length of the rod at temperature T degree Celsius. How we can find the increase in length? LT minus L0. On which factors length depends? On the original length, and original length here is L0. And the second thing is on temperature, L0 T. How we can remove the directly proportional? By adding the coefficient. LT minus L0 is equals to alpha L0 T. Here alpha is the coefficient of linear expansion, and linear expansion is measured in ppm, that is the parts per million. Thank you.